Yo, what is up, guys? We're back with another episode of All the Mods 10, and in this episode we're going to be getting into Pneumaticcraft, which I've never actually done before. It seems like a major quest line, but so we're just gonna dive in and get started. I do have a seed that's creating compressed steel, so if we compressed iron, we can actually make a pattern for this, just like so. It is our last pattern in there, but that's fine. And so we do have that automatically crafted. And what we need to make is we need to make a missile, and we need to make a aerial interface. And so to do that, we have to basically work through the entire mod, which is not a issue. The first thing that we are going to create is the pressure. So we need to remove pressure. So actually let's make some patterns. 95 of these. All right. Pressure chamber is an important structure made up of pressure chamber walls. The faces can be replaced with pressure chamber glass. The pressure chamber can be as small as 3x3 or as big as 5x5x5. Multi-block required for 5x5 is what's needed to complete the quest. Okay, so we're gonna make a 5x5. We're actually gonna make some glass. So let's make a recipe for that. And let's do 30 of that. All right, and so let's get to building. So pressure chamber walls. So it'd be a 5x5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5. 3. So this should be a 5x5 right there. 1, 2, 5. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it should be able to be filled with glass like this. I need some more glass. So yeah, I want the bell to be in the back. Hopefully that's where I can auto input stuff. And then the interfaces can go right here. Oh, these are import output. Okay. So let's put, can we do everything from the back is the question. Yes, we can. Awesome. So now that we have created this, different amounts of pressure, you'll need to be able to input and output items into the pressure chamber. This is where pressure chamber interfaces come to blue. On the outside means it's for importing items, while if gold is on the outside, it's for outputting items. Place each of these on any face. Laggings on the sides to help keep it warm. Okay, so we need to build another multi-block. And so this one will be the controller. Oh. This one will be the controller. And then one, two, three, four. Oh, 1 by 1 by 5. So that's how that's supposed to look. I feel like that's not facing the right way, so I don't like that. All right. And then we need to take these thermal laggings. So, and then, so that's built up like that. So we can have, so this is right there, thermal laggings. This will produce diesel kerosene, helps keep it warmer. So we'll need some tanks, which I wonder if we can just put it straight into our ME system. And so then you will need to put input oil and gasoline. So you need to put input oil and heat for this to work. So we will have a oil and heat. So where is our heat? So we need heat. Boom. Um, so, oh, pressure. So you do need to put pressure in here also. All right, so we figured it out, and it was me being not so smart. The ME system wasn't online because I never linked the P2P tunnel, but now this is working. Is this creating pressure, I believe. I'm not sure, but now we need to get oil going into here also, I believe. Right, so it says now we're getting somewhere. So this will produce so you'll need to put input oil and heat for this to work. So this is not generating heat. I do not know why it's not generating heat. Let's look at the heat. This vortex tube separates pressure into hot and cold air. This cold air goes into the blue side and the hot air goes to the red side. So this needs to turn like, no, like that. Yes. Okay, so we pick this up. We can pick all this up. And we're going to place this right here like that. We're going to place this right here. And then we're going to place that like that. Place the coal in there. And we are going to run this just like so. Coal. And then those. So now this is running. And this is generating hot air. Okay. And so we'd want 3 of these. We'll see. I mean, we could set all 3 of these up just like this and have it. We just make the tower real quick. So let's grab 2 more of these. Like a Swift 4. Make a tower just like that, and then we'll take safety modules. We'll put 1 in each of these. And we will run that down like that. And then we need export buses. just accidentally moved them out of my inventory. Like that. And then we can take our cable. Like that. And then give us our copy card because we're lazy. Alright, so we're back, and so just a little quick update on exactly where we're at in this mod. So right now, in this mod, we have our pressure chamber set up for Pneumaticcraft, and then we have our thermopneumatic processing plants. We have 2 of those. We have 1 refinery, and we have 5 air compressors. And if we look at our mod, Pneumaticcraft, right here, let it load in. So now we're about to get to the plastic portion, which if we look in our ME system, we have 22 molten plastic. I want to say this one right here is what's making the plastic. It's not very fast, but we have 22 molten plastic. And so what we can do is we can actually make that plastic in a drying rack if we put the liquid into the drying rack. So I believe I already made it. Yes, I made a process for it. So now we have one of those. About that is this has to come up one, because we have that. And then so all we have to do is pipe fluid into this, which take that out, put one of these in, and then we can put a, oh yeah, that's like cold, export bus. And we export our, I don't think that'll work because it won't. Also make molten plastic, and what you can do with the molten plastic. It's not it'll generate reinforced pressure too. And world solidifying. So let me grab this real quick. Can't put it on that. Can we take, so what can we use to put this on? Turns molten plastic into plastic, turns water into ice, lava into obsidian. So like what container can you put this in that will allow it to, I'm guessing one of these chests. Smart chest, reinforced chest, better everyday use. Let's make a reinforced chest. How do you make a smart chest? We can't make a smart chest. Okay, you can stack these. Nice. Transfer gadget. Who needs pipes? Crop support. Configurable hopper. Alright. So let's make one of these. It could be buckets. So it could be buckets or it can be a tank. So all we would have to do is so we can create a bucket like that. So I take this bucket, I toss it in there, it'll make that pretty fast. So what I can have, I could do modular routers. That'd be a simple, well, let's do modular, grab a modular router. Let's do 2 distribution modules. And what we can do is we can take this tank, grab a wrench real quick. All right, and we could actually take this. This is getting a little messy, but that's fine. I'm not stressed about it. So put that there. With that there, we can take our tank, We can put this here. Then have our cable, the export bus right here, and have this exporting the GN. Exporting this with acceleration cards. I should fill up like that. And this should be able to, okay, this can take baskets or buckets, which is nice. And so what we can do is we can place down this modular router right here. Needs to be whitelisted. Empty bucket out, boom, and so that should be automated. And now what I can do is I could take 2 more of these and I could throw down a interface. Right, actually we can just do a dimensional chest. We can slot that right there. And so then we can have this pull in to router. And then we can have this one push out of router. Now we go in. We have our plastic coming in. We can speed that up too, so we'll make 6 more of these. Yeah. Doesn't take any power. Okay, so now we have that going. Now we have our plastic freezing, which we're just not generating enough plastic now, which is fine. We have our molten plastics. We have 87 plastic in there. We actually have 4 lubricants, so make, oh, I turn those into buckets. Take these 4 upgrades. Awesome, next this can have 10, right? Yeah, max speed upgrades 10. Okay. So now we made our plastic. Now we need to make the ATM10. We can make one of these. Let's make the ATM10 real quick. So, ATM10 tablet. I want to say we already made a, we did. We make one of these. We can. So we have an ATM10 tablet. This has to be we need a charger for this. We have this, but now we need this charging station. Next, boom, we have a charging station. I want to say we can hook this up straight to here. Yep, and then that's filling up. For some reason it's linked to that, but let that fill up real quick. And so we have that tablet, we have this, The GPS tool and air canister. Empty PCB. So while that's charging up, let's look at what else we can make. Okay, and then so now what we crafted 3 of these. So we got those crafted. And now if we come back over here, our tablet should be done. It's not done charging. But now we can place orders. We just have to have it on a chest. Doesn't matter what type of chest, just gonna grab a chest. We'll put this right here. And then is there anything that we want from this? Common shape, shader, grab bag, treated wood, scaffolding. There's no PCB blueprint. What is this used for? So we got the laser, we got the laser wrench, epic shader grab bag. So you can get 1 bucket for 5 emeralds. So if we grab a bunch of emeralds, like so, do that, and we do tank. Let's do one of these. Put that right there. What we can do is we can now that's 50 emeralds. So let's just do 30 times 5, 150. So now this thing should, drones come in and grab the emeralds and then come back with the lubricant, which will speed everything up. Yep. Cool. Little fun part, I guess. So we need a PCB blueprint, which, oh, I do have to order one of those. Blueprint. Let's order the PCB blueprint. We have the 30 buckets. So honestly, we can take an import bus. The thing is, I want them in buckets though. So we can just grab some buckets. So it's in the red. We'll see if it ever explodes, I guess. But now these should be running optimally, because now it's reaching higher degrees, which is nice. Did we get our blueprint dropped off? I don't think we did. Did we ever order it? Oh. I don't think we ordered it. I just ordered it now. Okay, I don't know what blew up, but something blew up. All of these have cards in them. Only thing that doesn't have a card in it was the only thing that could have blown up, I guess, is the drone. Right? Because if it tried to put it in there. Please pick that up. Grab another chest. I think that's might have been what it was. So it's our 3rd time ordering that. This is supposed to be, so yeah, it took all the copper nuggets. It didn't craft anything that we needed it to craft. And we can just put this right here. We're just gonna input this into the thing. So grab an import bus, toss that in there. So speed upgrades. I should drain that. And now I should be able to click that and order a bunch of 30 more lubricant. Actually, let's do, yeah, we're gonna do 30. Okay, so now we're making lubricant, which we have 22 lubricant. So speed upgrades. Cancel, we need the speed. Oh. Speed 10. Right now we have 50 speed upgrades. That one's not even powered. Oh no, that's what's exploding. It's producing too much. Ah. Figured out what it was. What does this do? Okay, we need to make better pipes. So there's this. Where do better pipes come into play at? Reinforced pressure tube right here. Okay. So reinforced pressure tube is molten plastic. So what we can do is we can take this out. So that'll be one of those. So we can dump this, take that out, and take the plastic that we have, that we had. We need to disable this. Quick way to disable it would just to be going like that. Put our bucket in there, and then this should make a reinforced pressure tube, and a reinforced pressure tube, biodiesel will create molten plastic. Oh, spawner core, that's nice. It's not what we need right now. What is this? LPG, create molten plastic. And 50 mil buckets. We have 5,000 mil buckets. Why is this not crafting? Problems. Oh, there's no heat. I need heat. Or no. And I do need heat. Do this. Wait, have I not had heat in this the entire time? So that's 600. Maybe I don't have to because they're connected. But what does need to be connected is... So these can't have these upgrades. Good to know. It's too much. Too much power. So now these should be building up. These are losing temperature. Which it shouldn't be though. Because it should have enough pressure. Oh, that's why. Because it has to be one at a time. Or no, maybe it doesn't. There we go. We teach, so tubes. Let's just make 100 of those. And it's just pressing out those tubes. We have reinforced tubes now. So now what we can do is we can start taking these off. Boom, so all that should be hooked up with pressurized tubes. So now I believe if I go through, toss all these upgrades in there, how much, these can hold 10 bar. So I don't know what the next, I don't know how much bar this is actually going to make, because if these each make 7, these might explode too. But these machines should be running way faster. Okay, so it capped out at 6.89, 6.9. Okay, so this is only 4.69. So we should be chilling with that. Small hiccup. Okay, so now we got the pressure. All right, so I was sitting right here and I have this UV light box. I was putting one of these empty in. It was charging it up with the pressure that I was creating from this pressure right here. It's charging it up just like this, which is about to run out of daylight, so it's not going to finish it. But I have 44 full ones right here. And so that's completing that step of what we needed to do. So now we're going to go back down and continue working on everything else. Which, so now that we have that, we need to make the etching tank, which I believe we already have one. So we go etching. No, we do not. All right. So we will craft one of these. So let's make a etching tank. And then etching. Let's make one of these. Cool. It's probably going to need pressure. I'm being really lazy right now. Oh, this does not need. This needs temperature, is it? Fill the etching acid and insert empty PCB, which have been exposed to UV light, blah, 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 heated above 50 degrees Celsius, so it needs heat. So if this comes out of there, that can go right there. That's being heated. And so now we need the fluid. So we created this. So now we need to create etching fluid. Etching is made in a pressure chamber with molten plastic and some other stuff. I like how it just says with some other stuff. Pressure chamber, so it takes these 3 things to make that. So that's nice. So it takes molten plastic, which we have a bunch of. Should be getting drained. Okay. And then now we just need to put buckets of molten plastic in here. So let's go plastic. Grab out some of these. And we need to get zombie flesh. Put that in there. And then we need spider eyes. Put that in there. We also need gunpowder. And put that in there. And then this should make fluid. Which we have to take stuff out. And not destroy it at the same time. So can we, where's our rents? Gotta be a better way to pull this stuff out. So a crafted recipe, so that's should be going in there. And now let's see if we can pull this stuff out better. So let's put that there. Let's see if we can just use pipes mod, because that's a simple one. And then we just need to pull this out like that. And it should do what we need, and we can edit that also. So I'm wondering, we can do the same right here. Put a chest down, we're just holding everything still. And then take a pipe. And then where is our wrench? We can have volume upgrades. Let's do volume or can. Warning. Insert valid items into the chamber to be compressed. So that it has to be in order. Oh my gosh, my inventory is killing me right now. So we got that. So now we need one of each of those. We got the gunpowder in there now. Boom, boom, boom. 2211. Okay, so that should have everything in there that's needed. It just doesn't have the pressure. This is only getting 2 bar all the way over here. So what I might have to do is, if we take a look at it, so we need to create more pressure. Let's see if there's something that helps us create pressure. Create pressure. Module expansion card. It's a range upgrade. Okay, so that's not what we need. We might just need to make some more of these, but like pressure from heat. Okay, pressure from liquids. Okay, so let's make one of these. Like this. Actually, I think this needs to go like that, and then we can take the export bus acceleration card, and then cables. Cable up. So that's yep. Export card. Put those in there, and then I believe we can just use our gasoline. Is this creating enough pressure now? But what I want to do is I want to put a safety module in there. So if we do speed upgrades, we'll do speed upgrades. So safety module, speed upgrades, and then volume upgrades. Like so, which should greatly increase this, right? How much does this need? So it only needs 1 bar of pressure. So this has to be incorrect. So that's why it had too many flesh in it. Specific crafting recipes. But this should be, yeah, this is generating 5. So that should have made some of our fluid. So now we should have a bucket of our, we have 2 buckets, nice. And now we can fill that with etching fluid. And then we can put in some of these. Grab our other etching fluid. And then so this is 1, 2, 1, 2, and then spider eye. 1, 2. That is the recipe. This is almost done. So we have 25 circuits. Created that and that. That, to that, to that, and to that in there. Put that in there, that in there, that in there. Keep those, that can go there, that can go there. We just need those. Okay. So now that we're done with that portion, we're getting there, we're getting there. So finish PCB. So a finished PCB is crafted like this, which is a whole bunch of crafts. Okay, so we need to make these and these in our pressure chamber. And to make this, it's plastic, slime, and nuggets. So plastic, slime, that's slime essence, slime, copper, nuggets. And this one is nuggets, redstone. And we just need redstone. So now this recipe is 2, 1, and 1. Oh, this still has a spider eye in there. Damn it. It has 60 spider eyes in there. Pipes. Oh, wow. I crafted it. Crafted, okay. And then so it is 1, 1, 2. Let's see if we can grab another pipes module. Put that in there. It'd be sweet if it put it all in there at once. So now we have 2 of those. So now we need to 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. Like that. And I should craft up. Because that's that recipe, right? Oh, it's 3. I think I only put 2 in there. 3. Yep, there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. Once that gets put in there, we should be able to craft one of these. We're missing one more of those circuits. Which, if we can find, let's look up this card real quick. Dispenser upgrade. Is that what that can take? You take one. Oh wait, no, I can take volume upgrades, and that's it. But now we should be able to make this. Boom, like that. Finished PCB, that's what I have in my inventory. Oh, I didn't put these in my inventory, so I need to make 2 more each. So 1, 1, 3. Oh, we're almost to the missile. We're almost to the missile. I wish there was a faster way of doing this. Oh, I don't know what's left. Alright. So to make this one, it is 2. Ah, that's why. 2, 1, 1. This can come out, go in there, and then Never took this out. All right, now this is 1, 1, 3. Yep, okay. So I need 2 of these. One. Like that, so that's good to go back. This can go back. I need this. I need this. I just need to get one more of these. And that should be in here. Where to go? Right there. Boom. Now this is done. Now we're onto this. And now we can make the rocket, which is just like that. Let's make the rocket. Boom. Boom. So the rocket has been made. So we made the rocket. So nice. So all that can go back in there. Now we need the aerial interface, which we just need the advanced pressure tube to make the aerial interface. So it's the last thing that we need. And then make the advanced pressure tube. You do need to make the assembly line to do that. So that's what we're going to get into. Oh my gosh. So to get into this, so we need assembly, so we need this, assembly import, what is this, import, export, so I need 2 of them, assembly platform, need that, assembly laser, I need that, assembly drill, I need that. And then we can get into that. So we gotta craft all these. Back, I have all those. It actually did not take that long because all I had to do was, wait, hold on, so how do you craft this? Okay. So all I had to actually do was, just basically calculate out exactly what I wanted to do or make. So basically I wanted 7 of them, so I just had to do the math and put them in there. So like I was crafting 14 at a time. It wasn't that actually difficult. But so we need a controller. So you do ATM10 controller. Make one of those. Nice. We need a unit import and export. So we need 2 assembly unit. Assembly unit. We need one of those, which that's import. We need another one for the export. And then we need the assembly platform. I believe we only need one of those. We'll have to see. I've never set this up before. We need a laser. Okay, and then we need a drill. Boom. So now if we go back right here, it looks like we only need one, so we can claim these. All right, and then those can go in there. Smart chest, nice. Okay. So now, does it say how to set these up? The next stage of the mod requires you to set up assembly lines. This main component is this component of assembly line is the controller. This is where pressure will go. Okay. So I'm assuming that we need to set this up in a fashion like this. So with that in the center, We need to have the controller, which is on standby, which follows me around, which is pretty cool. Okay, and then we need to put a... Oh, guess we need to put... Oh, why is that? Okay, put one there, put one there, put one there. And can one go right here? Is that considered on? Take a look at the photo. So we have the controller, and wait. So we have 2, 2, 2. So these are actually supposed to be right here. And we just need to put pressure into here, which we can do. So we just need our pressure cable. Like so. We should just be able to like this. Boom, it is pressurized now. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Let's get our card first. Let's get our safety card. Safety card. Thank you. Okay, put that down. Safety card in. We can put speed in here. So we just have to get some lubricant to make speed upgrades. We can put more in there if necessary. Okay, and then what we will want to do, now that we have this, so we need to make this pressurized tube. So we need a program, and we need to make that. So to get the program though, I believe if we use this, we can get the program. Program, controller, platform, meter, import, export drill, drill laser, program drill. Okay, so no, we will have to make it. Is that what I'm thinking? So how do you make... So no, it is the laser drill. Okay, so we need the laser drill program. And then we need laser drill plus 20 pressure chamber valves. Chamber valves. Okay, so now we have this. Take this, throw the program in there, and we need a chest. So this is running, so let's make some more speed upgrades. So where's our lubricant? It is in our... What? We have it in the tank. At least 3.5 bar. Yeah, that's 3.9. Okay. That's exactly what it needs. Okay. So now we have this, and now we just need to make the controller, which, besides this hopper, we can make. Throw that in there, and then boom. Now we have the launch controller. And so we have completed Pneumaticcraft, which was a lot longer than the other mods, but that one is now done. Where is it at? Right here. And now since that is another one out of the way, we only have the productive trees, the Roots Classic, the Steve Carts, external starlights, and extreme reactors until we can start creating all the mod star stuff, like this final circle. So until then, I will see you guys in the next episode where we take on another mod, which we do have room for another one right over here if we need a spot for it. So that's awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.